your screens, folks.
Getting more vocal, isn't he?
Much more vocal. Completely ears right now are the rest of the players on the team. But still, we have reclaimed an aggression. They do need to get the energy up, you feel as though, Callum. And this team fight in the second half will be extremely important down on the bottom barn. But let's go into predictions. Let's talk about this for a second. You've got to give it to Fable, I think. You have to give it to Fable.
You say that. They say that you've got to give it to Fable. So, obviously, he was talking about second map syndrome yesterday. What happened yesterday. But second map syndrome only occurred with the 7-6 and really close games. Now, if I'm on the eRa's team, I'm saying, you know what? Scrap that. That game didn't even happen. I don't even class that as a game because at the end, it wasn't losing 6 on the bounce. That has to really suck because that gives these guys so much momentum. They just have to wipe it. Now, Reclaim's their pick. And it's going to be their pick for a reason. We saw Fable on it yesterday. They didn't look strong on it. But that wasn't the Fable that we all know.
Very true.
Now, the Fable that we all know are the team that just came out and just took 6 maps in a row against potentially the second best team in Europe, or maybe third best team in Europe. Who knows with the Supremacy lineup at the moment. But it's just all about their play. Now, if these boys can get rolling, don't get me wrong, they can win this map, their map for a reason, and then we go to last map. But it's just about they've got to keep their heads, they've got to get themselves pumped. I want to see Crimson smile because he's not looking too happy at the moment. I think Marsh might be smiling a little bit. No, but they just need to get their energy up.
Yeah, 100% agreed. I think a lot of teams, a lot of players, a lot of fans do forget that Reclaimed used to be the top map for Fable before Dam really came on the scene for any team. Of course, Fable, formerly Epsilon, they always played Reclaimed and picked that as their first map. And why would you blame them? Their team fights are absolutely incredible and always have been. But I would argue Reclaimed is a bit more of a simple map, right? It's not as complicated as others in terms of rotations. You can see a big portion of the map from pretty much all positions on that map, outside anyway. And I guess you're going to have to ask now, is it just business as usual for Fable? And will eRa come to play? Let's keep a close eye on that team fight.
Absolutely. I'm hoping eRa are able to bounce back and take this to a map 3.
Well, let's get it started. Can eRa come back? That is the question. I'm sure many eyebrows are raised at this point and staring towards the side of eRa on board with J-Rage, currently playing around apples. But let's quickly flick over to the camera of Hydron. Phelpsine Craze down, Marsh with that double. That's what we need to see, the fire from that individual. Hydron is done before he can even get involved with the shotgun, and Sammy left on the home hill.
Yeah, they just like they're trying to put the pressure on for a free cap, but maybe they realise that they're not able to do so. Maybe if reaction was moved up a little bit more, they might be able to apply more pressure and actually move for that. But with these 10 seconds spawn time, it might be it's too much risk than it's worth really at this stage. But no, fantastic start from the Young Guns up the top there. Marsh bagging himself a double kill. It's all ready for the setup, and here we go. It's going to be the Fable team attempting the 4-man up top to break this team. So let's see if they're able to do so.
Smokes will be timed to absolute perfection. At least that is the goal. Hydron sneaking his way through. A bit of Lanta damage. Decides to bow out for now. But, you know, this is the calm before the storm. Reaction and Sammy, I think, are about to engage, actually. Do I see? No, Sammy's pushed up. Reaction playing it passive. Knows that his team have control and the advantage. Hydron runs through. Marsh is stunned. Doesn't matter. Releases a brick towards Hydron. Teams are on board. The Lanta fire is great inside to push it through apples. Reaction finds the kill on Sammy. This could be a triple cap. Hydron and co need to push straight away, but unfortunately, it's not working out for them. Can Phelpsy come up with an answer? Or J-Rage, excuse me. No, he cannot. And that is a fantastic round. Textbook, if you will, from eRa.
Absolutely. Clinical as you'd like. Now, I want to point out on something that Hydra did just then, right? So, before they actually made the initial push up, he's come up and he's actually, one of his teammates have smoked and he's baited up and he's just seeing where they are. It's something that you don't see. You just see a lot of teams smoke up and run. They don't exactly know where the team are and they're just guessing. I love the play that he did, and if it worked out, it would have been simply because of that information that he was able to obtain. But unfortunately, no, he wasn't able to work out. Some great play by Reaction. He was able to get the kill, the 1v1 kill, I believe, on Sam on the home. And then the rest of his team have been able to deal with the rest of the Fable squad.
could see Phelpsy was and the team were just thinking a little bit about that weapon placement there. Not sure where to hand out the block. It's a confusing one, right? Reaction just proved that he can beat Sammy. He can be aggressive at the right time. And I do trust Reaction to perform at LAN. I trust him to perform in these high-intense scenarios, especially in 1v1 combat. And that's something really to consider when placing weapons, right? How do you want to shape the home hill battle? We know how good eRa are up top. They proved it twice there on Reclaimed up top on the B hill. Let's see, on board with Craze now. Ash will get the opening kill on Hydron. Craze forced to try and push through the smoke, get some kills. J-Rage answers back, but Phelpsy is there as well. It's looking a lot better for Team Fable. Phelpsy with a double. Can he get the triple? No, he cannot. Crimson's with a double, holding on to that B hill. Very close team fight.
Absolutely, massive play there from Crimson. It's done very, very well to take out Phelpsy. Then you can see Reactions rotating over to B. He's going to have the last spawn come and pick up the home hill, as you should do. There he goes, slotting in there. And another thing that I'd like to point out is, again, Crazed on this map. I've seen last time they played it again against DZ, it was RNG who had him in his pocket. He seems to be struggling a lot on this map because he seems to be struggling again now on these initials. I don't know if that's something that that's been consistent or if that's something that's just happening recently. I'm not too sure, but it's something that they do need to address. And if they're going to keep going for those B pushes, then it's something that they have to work on so they're actually not losing the initials.
Here come the smokes, pushing up. Fable, Reaction just lurking around apples. This is a much better push now this time, and Fable looking a lot better, a lot more passive from eRa. Likewise, Lanta damage coming out, not making it easy for them. Here comes the icebreaker potentially from Hydra, and it's a down, but it's not a kill, and that's not going to be great for them. Craze will drop very quickly. Can Phelpsy come to the rescue once again? That's another double, and J-Rage yet again the consistent shotgunner they need at this time.
Absolutely, the hero they need, maybe not the one that they deserve at some stages. So he's definitely pulled the cat out of the bag there again. So again, another player who doesn't seem to get as much credit. He's not known as this flashy player, this all-star shotgunner, but say he's on this team for a reason, and those vital kills are exactly why.
Nice little overextension there from Reaction as well, making sure he doesn't get dropped out of there as quick as he got in. This time it is eRa on the attack, Fable on the defense, and already they've got it down. Phelpsy just hard aiming over that wall. Very Gears 2, Gears 3-esque. Rather than the Lancers, Hydron with a kill on Reaction as well. Must be towards that down bottom area. And it's not going to look good now for eRa. They're going to get across from apples. The break has come from the home hill. Absolutely no one there. And the rest of the team fight, Craze is going to clean up the kills, and a very good round from Fable. Great response.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that I noticed on the bottom of the kill feed there. So Reaction died to Hydro. Now, I wasn't expecting, I was pretty sure it was around the home hill, but seeing Hydro would be the one to kill him was actually the surprise. So, and the round, it was the amount of time it took Hydro to be able to get onto the home hill as well makes me believe that he was actually Jack who was the initiator. He was the one who was actually pushed over to their side. He's had a fight with Hydro and he's lost it. And then, unfortunately, he's left his team in an absolute awful position.
Frag grenades placed up top now by the man himself, Reaction. Might have, as you said, might have been caught out a little bit too easily there down bottom. Hydron, of course, did a very similar thing to him on lift, catching him out. Perhaps frag grenades, though, is going to be a potential quick pickup. But you'd argue, why would you go for a quick pickup when the shotguns are so strong from both teams? I would rather just, get in there close and personal, get that opening kill, and let the close quarter battle do the work. But no, actually, because Fable aren't quick enough, Marsh gets an easy pickup, forces them to push through. Craze and Phelpsy do get kills. Incisive and Crimson's do hold on from behind, though. Crimson's flies up, Hydron with a kill, but traded out 1v1. Crimson's trying to run away. J-Rage got some shots on. The triple cap is coming in the line. Can J-Rage get there in time? Well, no. Sammy, though, can.
So great play there, some fantastic shotgun play there again there by Jay, and maybe those nades. So yeah, they were used to scarper the team, but they could have been used a little bit more effectively to slow down, take your time. As soon as they see you pick up nades, they're already going to get out of there anyway. You're not going to want to be next to those baby nukes as it was. But here comes a big fight anyway. Trying to take back this B hill, and it is the Fable team that seems to be coming out in favor. But say that with a flick of a switch, it is now eRa Eternity. Oh, incisive shotgun. Wow, that was insane.
Nice Perfect wraparound shot. Things slowing down now. Will they go for the triple? Looking for the Lancer at least. Applying the pressure on Phelpsy. Marsh is very close now, but of course the time has run out for him. He's just going to slow it down, come all the way back as respawns come through. Phelpsy applying the damage. That's a ticket to push. He has the damage advantage. Great wall bouncing from the man of Marsh, but Phelpsy has his number. Fantastic up A, and his teammate is just to his right.
Yeah, fantastic shotgun in there from both of them. I feel like Marsh got very, very unlucky there, but Phelpsy just come through. But you can see as the rotation comes in, it is Phelpsy who's still hovering down by the workshop over there, and it is the rest of his team are all rotating up to get this push over on the B hill. So here we have a big fight, and we're on board with Sammy here, who's just getting some nice shots off. But they are in a bad situation at the moment. Craze has fallen, Sammy's full red. They are need to be very, very careful here that they have more men fall, or they could be looking at a triple cap.
Sammy hiding on the stairs, not sure if they'll remember that one. He only needs one body. No, Incisive just knows someone is there. Surely Hydron comes back around. Potential 2v1. Sammy does not get that shot off. And he's punished by Incisive. The shotgun to the face. Hydron does trade it back though. Full red, he gets Lanced in the back. Not many options for Craze now. He will fall as well. Phelpsy and Craze left alive, stuck on the home hill. But look at those points. eRa, they don't need to move a muscle. They can play it slow.
No, absolutely not at all. So this is where they're going to have to send somebody, I guess, maybe 4 people over to the B hill if they've got time, and 1 person over to the A hill just to try and attempt to get a break and win his 1v1. Doesn't look like they're going to have time to actually perform that. So there it is, 207. So another strong round there from the eRa team.
Just want to check out the reactions. Perhaps from reaction.
Oh.
I need to stop saying that. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry, folks, but it has to be said at times. It has to be said. Phelpsy is now going to work. Don't laugh at me. Come on.
Oh dear.
Phelpsy with the weapon placement now. And this is an important one. Well, actually, he just goes straight for his incense. We know how good he is with them, and that's what I was going to say. eRa, they definitely are performing better in this B hill. There's nothing that Fable are bringing out that eRa can't counter. There's nothing, too complex that eRa don't seem to have an answer for, a good answer of that. Incense, though, that's going to be dramatically changing this team fight. 2 incense, 2 potential insta-kills. They can be used to block kills, block entrances. There's a massive choke point in the middle. Let's see.
And you see where I said that was the instance has been put down. So you've noticed that I was talking about how Craze has been losing his 1v in the front to Crimson. He's been struggling at the initial on that side. So maybe that's something. You see, no one pushes in. And what is this? Hydro's managed to get behind him, but he's not been able to kill him. And Marsh has fallen straight after. Double instance kills there. But maybe that is to stop the initial, to stop the actual running in through the smoke, whoever's getting the better angle. But
Not too sure what happened there. There wasn't a player in sight, actually, from eRa. They were at the bottom of the steps, and Phelpsy will bow out after that. He's surely not happy with what just occurred on his screen. Crimson's does back off from Craze. Perfect shot, holds it perfectly in time. Hydro to his own devices over on the A hill. Incisive applying the pressure. Big kill, and I think that will be the triple guaranteed. And nice. Enough players come give Fable. They're trying to fight through J-Rage. That bounce is not going to work through that choke point. Incisive has done an excellent job getting those crucial kills. Reaction starting to get loud. 2 rounds in a row. eRa, they're still here. They're coming to play for sure.
oh no, absolutely. They're not going to die down, are they? There's a nice comeback. It's a nice bounce back. Like you said, that it all started really from that the Phelpsy kill onto Jay. So it was a little bit confusing to what actually happened. Just wasn't able to see it, but it was definitely interesting. They've all then fallen from that, and then the triple cap has occurred. So definitely a very interesting one. I'd like to know what happened there.
Hammerbiss could influence the team fight up top just a little bit. The angles through window. We know Sammy in reaction will be proactive. They will abuse their cover advantage, if you will. If one does sit back a little bit too far, rotates. Got to keep a close eye on those windows in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a fan of the Hammerburst, to be honest, and especially in this situation. It's great cause, but these instants, again, are going to be a massive factor. There's no way Hydron's going to be able to sneak around like he did last time. So we're going to see who's able to make the most use out of these instants. And normally you would say Phelpsy, because he is pretty fantastic with them.
Yep, it is a go-to strat. We've seen this throughout the Pro Circuit Season 1 from Fable, formerly Epsilon. Just need to throw one on that platform. Pretty much a bait, it looked like. You knew exactly what was going on, but that cover's gone. That block of the choke point is big. Phelpsy baits that one there. Frag grenade's still up, remember, but the Lancer's a little bit too strong perhaps through that railing. And you have multiple aiming at you. Nice little angle, nice little push. It's textbook almost from eRa. The pressure applied from Marsh, gets the kill, tries to wrap around, but Craze knows exactly what's going on. The flank is there though. I see one player on the flank, rather the hard aim over the top.
Reaction has lost home hill.
Forced in.
Reaction going down there to Sammy again on the home hill, so that's a couple of times now he's ended up losing that 1v1 over there. And the rest of the team have all then been taken out there, except for Crimson's, and he's been taken out now, so they're going to have a miracle coming out on their home hill off the spawn. If they're able to get there in time, it's just Marsh and Reaction now been able to claw their hill back, but the pressure is coming in now from this Fable squad.
Big shot from Sammy to stop Reaction in his tracks. Here he comes though, Duns. Sammy, the numbers are thick. And they are coming in fast. J-Rage with the kill on Marsh. And this should be it. Incisive will fall. Ash will walk in and die. That will be Fable answering back.
Well, well, well. Again, so that's the second round that they've lost. And I'm not trying to be picky or trying to point fingers, but that's the second time that it's come from a Jack being aggressive on home hill and losing the fight.
Very true.
First time it was to Hydrone. Second time it's to Sammy. So maybe that's something that they're not needing him to do. They are winning the up-top fight majority of the time. They're not needing him to push. Maybe he's just getting a bit too, or he's getting a bit too frustrated, just not being in the thick of it, and he needs to feel like he needs to be a part, even though in reality he actually doesn't, because the rounds that they've won, he's only been a bit part player. The rest of his team are very influential in what they're doing up there.
Sometimes it can be hard to use the hammer burst and utilize it to actually influence this fight up top, especially when teams are being passive. But that sniper placement in the middle might be a little bit better for Reaction. You mentioned it, he does like to be proactive, he likes to abuse his smarts, abuse his ability to strategize, and actually he's using that there as a team. Ash with the pickup, Marsh with a kill on J-Rage, and Sammy has just been outplayed. I have to be honest, Reaction, that was a pure 1v, pure aggression from him. He wins that. Hydron picked up the nades. Can that save the team fight potential up top? Hydron with a kill on one player. Crazed with a double, and that is them answering back. Team Fable, Incisive running for his home hill. Crazed continues to be aggressive, going extremely wide, but Reaction has rotated back around to help his team.
Yeah, he's in a dire spot there, his Reaction, but if they're not able to kill him now, fantastic flank from Phelpsy. Now Phelpsy just needs to take out Reaction, and it looks like they're able to fight off these next 2 kills, and it's going to be them securing this round.
Just as you thought, that opening strat and that opening initial was going eRa's way. Hydrone and Co up top react perfectly, getting the kill straight away. And of course, that double from Craze certainly doesn't falter their chances of winning that round. Half time. D, F, and E hills are here. The weapons gone from the map. And I have to give it to eRa. That was a nice little strat. It worked out. They had the advantage early on. Reaction won his 1v, but
yeah, he's baited Sammy into a bad position. Then Reaction's been able to get the better of him in the 1v1 when he's tried to roll out. They were all set up. They lost nades, which they knew was going to happen because they sent a man short. It's just the way that they played it following the initial was pretty poor from their standards anyway. But I'm happy to see. I want to see this initial. I want to see who's able to come out on top on this side.
Phelpsy coming through the cut. Hydron with the first kill here in the team fight. They're pushing down heavily down bottom. Marsh does hold his own. Takes out J-Rage. Distance fight up top is all that's been thrown into the mix as Marsh does cut through finally. Damage advantage. Sammy wins the battle against Reaction up top yet again. Sammy proving why he's perhaps the best home hill player in Europe currently.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not even a case of where he's winning the advantage and he's letting Jack have it. I think the fact that he's just sitting there in silence as well is just he's like he's elegant in what he's doing. He's winning his fights against possibly one of the best players the EU's ever had, and it's not even anything. And the rest of his team are doing absolutely fantastic.
Don't do it, Hydrone. Oh my, the cover switch cancel. Does get taken out, but he does stop Reaction in his tracks. Fable with that can hold on to fight another day. J-Rage on the move up top. Setup time, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely a setup. I feel like Hydro's just got away with absolute murder there doing that. Absolutely outrageous that he's been able to get away with it. But here comes the push onto the home hill. So J-Rage is looking in for it, and it's Reaction, the last man. Reaction, and I believe that is Marsh, who are back at the spawn trying to defend.
Marsh opening shots. Hard aims from both teams. No pistols just yet in case of a quick dive for that one shot. Reaction stuck in the corner. Back A's aren't accurate at all. J-Rage pretty much full health. That'll be Reaction falling. Fable still stamping the mark on the enemy home hill. This time Sammy's getting aggressive, trying to finish off these kills. Actually, it's Ash who finds the final kill there, and they hold on to the home hill. Will they be wrapping around to the most important hill, arguably? I think they will, yeah, indeed they will. Here, back to E. What's Crimson's Co going to do, yeah?
Well, so big, not a big lead though, really, is it? It's only about 15-point lead for the
Crimson!
Oh.
How are you able to do that, my friend? Fantastic triple. Crazed has fallen. That's 5 members down for the time being. J-Rage will be able to get to the FL before these players of eRa, but how is this shotgun battle going to go? It's all down to this score. Fairly even. It's anybody's round.
Absolutely. Fantastic play there by Crimson as well. It's just crazy what these players can do in just literally a flick of a switch. It can all just be quiet and then bang, any one of them can just work out and get a triple kill. And it's now looks like it's going to be eRa Eternity who are hopefully for them are able to secure this round, but now Ash is a big fight that he's fighting here. Solid shotgun in here. He's been able to take out Rage, but high drone on the flank now. So it is a 2-cap coming up, but that is all she wrote for this round.
Crimson's, how on earth was he able to do that? Amazing triple kill. That flank was pretty much stellar. Only the very last second were Fable aware of what was going on during that revive process, and boy oh boy did he make great use of that. It's exactly, you know, the star plays, the difference makers you need. We talked about Fable on that first map. It was definitely their raw talent, their individual plays that really gave them a lot of those rounds. And
absolutely,
you do need eRa to do exactly that against the experience, against the teamwork of Fable.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be those sort of things that separate these two stellar teams, if you will. So it's going to be the tiniest of macro plays. There's things like that coming up clutch for your team. 14 kills, 11 downs. Like, yeah, 14 kills is fantastic, but 11 downs, that is ridiculous. He's putting in some fantastic team fire, and he's just assisting his team across the board.
4v4, down bottom, 1v1 still up top. The no weapon placed up top for Mana. Let's see. How is this one going to pan out? This time it's Craze getting into the thick of the action. Very passive for the most part, but here's a double. Ash pushes through to close the gap. Nicely done. Hydron is damaged in favor of Ash. Big up A, timed perfectly. And a big 1v1. Can Crazed come in and make 3 kills this round? Nice little roll back from him. Ash will reset 2. Craze still following up though. Big 1v Craze baiting him out for a second and catches Ash there on that last cover switch. And Craze is bowing out. Craze will be fighting Crimson's now.
Yes, that was an absolutely fantastic play there by Ash, but also equally as good from Craze. He's rolled back, got the pistol damage, put himself in an awful spot. Great play again. He's just waiting for his teammate to come across, and they're going in for this triple cap domination. Ash, the last man to possibly save any save, but nothing there, and we're at 4-4.
You know, Crazed has been heralded many times, especially on UE, as perhaps the best player in Europe, and the smarts, you know, that's kind of like mental play, if you will, you know, optic mental, known for his smarts, his positioning, and at times passive play, holding shots, etc. It wasn't fancy movement, he just timed his rollbacks with the pistol perfectly, he knew when to apply the pressure, and it was pretty much textbook. Ash was trying to be aggressive, he had a damage advantage at one point, but even that didn't help him. And Craze really got the better of Ash, and without that, that definitely would not have been a Fable round that quickly.
No, absolutely not. And we've got the instants being placed down as well for, from eRa. So, yeah, it's such strong play in this round. So instants, they played a difference up top. So there's a lot more close quarters down here as well. So I'm expecting a lot more of an impact down here.
On board with that man once again, Crazed. Playing it passively at top, Incense in the mix now, and you know, why not play a bit more passively just as that first man, obviously. Incredible with these weapons, especially when on form. First Incense throw, not going to lead to much, but you know, smart play from Fable. They go in for that cap. Now they can be passive. They're forcing the enemy team to make plays somewhere, and that's actually Reaction trying to do that up top, it seems.
Yeah, so Jack's going to be potentially going for this 1v1 where he hasn't come out favourable, really, in the ones that I've been able to see. I've seen on 3 occasions. I know that he's actually lost his 1v1s, but some great cross-drill angles and very well finished off. Yeah, absolutely top quality play there from Fable. So they are they do have the man advantage. They do already have the heal, but we have a fight going off. Sammy has been able to take out reaction again, so he's not having the best of times in these 1v1s against Sammy, where you normally think that he possibly would be taking this, but scrambles now as they're going for the free cap from Fable. And is there anything that eRa's going to do? And there isn't.
You know, we saw on that overhead there, Marsh tried to cut through, but that was literally the only movement down bottom from eRa. I'd love to see them push through down bottom just to kind of like meet him or be a bit of a distraction, throw some Lancer shots down or something just a little bit closer, instead of just having him literally lit up from every single angle. The window of Hydron, Incense were always a threat too, but you really need to be maybe perhaps a bit more proactive there from eRa. It was just a little bit too simple, a little bit too predictable for Fable to stop that in his tracks.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just static, wasn't it? So you've just got one guy. At least, like you said, send another guy up and cause another distraction, so not everybody's focusing on him. But so that may have just been a bad call. He maybe didn't even call out what he was doing. So hopefully, they are able to address that now. We are going taking the instincts down bottom again. So Phelpsy was the one who made impact with them last time. See if he's able to do the same again this time.
Voltox placed and picked up by both home hill players. Slowing down once again over on the E hill. Who is going to be the icebreaker? Who's going to get the first kill? That's the question. All he needs is one incent. Phelpsy throws it towards the cover. With that cover gone, perhaps you can push in using that damage. Oh, Ash's forehead. That incent perhaps could have killed him there. Now, finally it does. Phelpsy's incent just behind. And the quick cap from Fable. They're able to do it yet again, despite it being a more chaotic scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a fantastic play by Fable. They've actually caused they took the instant over, and it's literally caused all sorts of havoc. And they've got the quick cap, like you mentioned. They've backed off. The only thing about it is they don't have any instants left. They are outmanned at the moment, but there is a big fight coming on here. So we've got one member down, 2 members down in E. We've got people flanking through the bottom barn as well. So maybe that 3 down now for eRa, and there is pressure coming onto this home hill. Reaction is trying to do all he can to take out as many people as possible. 4 down now for eRa returning. Last man standing is Ash.
This should go through. Not even sure where Ash is actually.
He's on E.
He's down there. He's gone through. He's already at E. That will be the triple cap coming through. And you know, for me, Mortals, more mistakes actually from eRa. It's safe to say. Marsh in that previous round, right there, they were able to break the hill. But after that, you know, you took so much damage from those Lancers. Craze was coming up top bar. Why were they still dancing around? I saw at least 2 players not really doing much, just letting themselves get down as they were trying to go for the cap. You know, why?
Absolutely. It makes no sense, doesn't it? So if you're going to do that, you get the reset, so they're not scoring more points than you. You're not going to stand there, wait for this person. This guy came with nothing. Like you said, if Crazy's come from the top of the map, he's not taking any damage. He's got free reign on you with those Lancers coming down. It was, it wasn't really the smartest play that they could have done. And yeah, obviously they should have just got the decap and then rolled out. But we do have frags being placed down as well. Maybe that's something that eRa are going to look towards to change their fate.
Incent throw, not going to connect with J-Rage there. Frag grenade still up and just shotgun trades over at Apples. Praised. Oh, big double from Phelpsy. Marsh does get the incent back. Tries to throw a second one, Phelpsy, but not able to connect. Hard in battle over the top. Crimsons with that E-Hill cap, so they can slow it down if given the opportunity. Actually, Fable are looking to apply the pressure to D. Phelpsy chooses to join his teammates there.
Yeah, fantastic play again with Phelpsy with instant. Everybody knows what he's like with the instant, but we have reaction down on home hill. The pressure is being applied to the home hill. As E is the only one that eRa Eternity have at the moment. 3 members of Fable are stacked around their home hill though, so it's just going to be waiting and waiting if anybody's able to potentially get that E-Hill, or maybe they're just going to allow them to have hold of it for a while.
The thing is, with J-Rage having these nades, he can get a clear-cut team fight victory here over on the enemy's home hill, and they could just wrap back around to E and do what they've done in the previous round. There's the first kill from Reaction. Are they going to roll back? Yes, they are in time. Both frag grenades gone. Numbers regained now for eRa, and it's down to actually Fable to react, see what they can do in this window.
Yeah, no, that was some great play there by eRa. So they wouldn't even have known the names were there. They've rolled back, and Sammy's just expected them to roll right. They've
I was watching as well.
That was extremely close. Sammy nearly getting the Voltok headshot now, but his team are in absolute disarray here. Spam revives are coming in, but members are falling left, right, and center now for eRa. That's 2 down, and Sammy's been able to, or Sammy's fallen. Crimson's been able to pick one up. It's still a 4v3 though in the favor of Fable.
Crimson's done his absolute best, but unfortunately that is not enough. J-Rage, once again, crucial shotgun kills. He got a double in order to flank through. Got a third right at the end there. Hydron with fresh incense, and J-Rage once again on our screen, pushing up. Reaction says no, cuts him out, but not enough health. Although he does find Phelpsy as well. Fantastic stuff. Saving this round, perhaps, but a big incense from Hydron right there.
No, absolutely. Again, Jack's trying to show why he's the leader of this team. 2 kills at the very depth there to keep his team in this round. It's just not really looking like it's going to be eRa's day, is it? It's still Fable are still up. They still have the 2 cap. One possibly last push now coming in from eRa, and here comes down now fighting towards the E-hill.
Craze pulling back. The triple cap, the overextension comes through from a certain player. I believe that is Hydron on the enemy's home hill. Marsh does find the kill on J-Rage. They do need kills if they are to hold on, as Fable have a huge score lead. They've got home hill control. Nades have been thrown. Quick explosion. Almost catches Sammy out. But you feel as though the day is done here for this match. Fable, they'll win by points, and they will win 2-0. But look at this. Still mellow are this side of Fable, and definitely the favourites, you'd argue, to win the tournament outright.
Oh, absolutely. Completely different team from yesterday.
27 kills, Callum. Did Phelpsy get that? 27 kills and a double with the incense as well. On our screen right now is the losing team. They did lose 2-0 in maps, and Reaction still talking to his teammates.
Yeah, obviously they're going to have. I imagine they're going to go away from this and they're going to talk about what they think went wrong. Obviously, you need to take a breather and get away from it. Here's you go, the teams giving their handshakes or their fist bumps, whatever you'd like. Obviously, respect between the 2 teams. Say it was a good game. I was hoping for a map 3, but Fable completely different from yesterday, and they really, really have impressed.
The thing is, eRa had moments of greatness. They performed very well up top in those team fights. Very nice rotations. Yep. But a lot of mistakes. You feel as though Fable had less mistakes and more perfect rounds, if you will, more individual plays. You know, they've been argued as a dream team, right, Fable? It's perhaps why they've been so dominant as long as they have. And I think they proved that there in that game against very, very talented individuals. Even just going back to that home hill battle, Reaction versus Sam. Sam pretty much had more victories over Reaction on that side of the map on both halves.
Absolutely.
Kept Reaction at bay. So, you know, if Reaction can't do anything in 1v1, then honestly, I'm not sure who can.
It's not something that you would expect either, is it? So if you've got him playing the 1v1, you are going to expect him to win more often than not. But like you said, that wasn't the case. Now, the first few rounds that they lost early, that was down to him losing his 1v1s. Now, could that have played a factor in them actually just crumbling towards the end there? His team were actually doing fine at the initial up top. I was mentioning how Crazy is struggling. On the last couple of times I've watched him on Reclaimed, he's struggling as that first spawn. Now, that's something that they could have just kept abusing, but with the instant put down, that stopped the initial, if you will, up at the top side, and that's able for Fable to slow it down, and that's where I believe the actual difference came in. The fact they was able to slow down, Fable were able to slow down eRa, and maybe outthink them at this time.
Everyone knows how good Phelpsy is with his incense, and we know that the team fight was going the way of eRa right at the very start. We know how good Crimson's, Marsh, etc. are with shotguns, and you know, Fable just said, let's slow it down completely. On both halves, they threw incense. I believe it's actually eRa that put down the incense on the second half, wasn't it? But the first half, nonetheless, incense made a huge impact. Second half as well. Amazing stuff. Guys, let's look at the bracket quickly after that match to see how things are panning out overall. There you have Supremacy. They haven't dropped the map just yet. They'll be playing against the winner of that one, Fable. 2-0. Both teams flawless currently in maps, and whoever wins that one, that wins the bracket final. Sure to be a fantastic game. The rivalry of old. They will advance to the grand finals. Losers bracket on our screen. Stimulate, of course. Amazing game previously. Won 2-1 against DZ, a team that gave actually Fable much more difficulty on Reclaimed yesterday. GA Esports winning that game against Most Wanted. That was the final match of yesterday, Most Wanted. Performing amazingly well, but GA pretty much flawless apart from against Fable, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they have been. the Spanish Warriors, if you will. They've so you got the Totti and what's his name? The is it not Dragons? Is it? You remember these
Cougars,
squad
etc.,
Cougars?
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, they are. They've come out with. Well, it's not their first land, but it's their first European land. They won a Spanish land previously. They're coming out and they feel like they've got a point to prove. That's how they are playing now. They're against eRa. Okay. So eRa are going to be down after that pretty convincing loss to Fable just there. Now, and this team, they're just going to get up and up and up and up and up.
Yeah.
And if they're able to get in the heads of these players, then with them already being down, this is going to be an extremely tough game for them.
GA have nothing to lose, and I think
nothing.
in round count, they actually had a better round count against Fable yesterday than eRa just did. Now, yes, Fable perhaps were not playing as themselves yesterday, definitely shaky. I wouldn't describe them as shaky against eRa there. I think eRa were just, the rounds they got, they deserved. I think Fable are a new team today. eRa, though, you mentioned it, their heads, not in the perfect spot going into this one. We'll have to wait and see. As you can see, moving on, though, Team Cryptic, they actually beat Stimulate 2-0 on the side station. I'm not too surprised with that on paper, despite Stimulate's stellar performance against DZ. Team Cryptic moving on there in round 5. They'll be playing the winner of eRa and GA.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you can't really be too shocked with that, can you? Let's be honest. You've got your Ronnie, your Liam Guard, your Precision, Visions, and the Strikers. Like there's no shock in that result. Absolutely not. And that's something that I predicted this morning, that I reckon that Team Cryptic would bounce back and possibly pull a second or a third. So if they're coming against the likes of either GA or eRa, so in many people's books you'd probably predict eRa, but don't get me wrong, it's not an easy game for them against GA. So if they do come across eRa, I still think that they can actually take eRa down. They're just the sheer aggression from that Cryptic squad. I just have a lot of faith in them, but I don't see them going any further. But I do think that they could be eRa.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we just saw a very good game in actual round count. Was maybe not too close, but especially in map count. But nonetheless, we're going to have a very good game up next time. Sure, Fable versus Supremacy, the rival that has gone back to close to Gears 3 now. Definitely in UE, of course. Formerly, both teams were Epsilon and Vitality. I'm sure you recognize those names, regardless of whether you're a Gears fan from Europe or not. Callum, I'm going to have to ask you for a prediction now, and I'm not sure which way you're going to go.
Right. So am I going the French Dynamos, or am I going the English Lions? Right. Because they've never won here, I'm just going to have to go towards Fable. But they have beat them online recently in the 2Ks. They've won 2 of the last, 3 or 4 2Ks. So this Supremacy team are no joke at the moment. So it's really a tough one, but I am going to stick with Fable just from seeing them against the eRa just now, because I haven't seen Supremacy today. They haven't played. They're not going to be warm. It's going to take them a while to get used to it. I imagine they're going to get set up on the station and get themselves 10 minutes just of a quick, just try warm the thumbs up a little bit. But I'm still going Fable.
Supremacy are extremely clinical and professional, perhaps the most professional team in Europe, many would argue. We've discussed it personally, off air. And I'd expect them to be, have been on the side station and also, clued in on the strats that were being employed by Fable there, and eRa likewise, just ready to play this next game. I think Fable have the edge for me. I am going to go with them to win this. I'm not too sure if it'll be 2-0, but if Fable do win the first map, I think it will be a 2-0, if not 2-1 to Fable. That's my prediction. Anyway, if we're going to go into those details, but. I'm unsure. Supremacy, they haven't dropped the map. Okay, they haven't dropped the map this whole event. You'd argue their bracket was perhaps, helpful to that, for the most part. And Fable have just had an incredible warm-up, the best warm-up, arguably, before going up against Supremacy, and they were playing well. They weren't shaky as they were yesterday. Fable are perhaps not on perfect form, but they're very close to that. Their individual plays were fantastic. They're clued in.
Correct.
This is going to be a great game.
No, it is. It is definitely going to be a great game. And the thing about the Supremacy team is just, okay, so Fable are number 1. And Supremacy and those players are so used to being number 2. It's not even fair. There was number 2 when back in Gears 3, they weren't number 2. There was like number 3 back then. In Gears UE, there was number 2. In Gears, they've never been number 1. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to say that they are number 1 after this event.
Yeah, that's for sure. Can't wait for that one, guys. We are going to a quick break as of right now. We will be back with Fable versus Supremacy. It's going to be a good one. You don't want to miss it.